Hello guys, welcome back again. So in this video, I'm going to tell you how to get the records from Salesforce and show them on the Lightning app pages. And based on that records, whenever we click on any of the record, how to show the details of that page, details of that record also. So this is the heading I have written over there, how to get the current record details using the record ID through LWC and using the Apex classes. So we are also using the Apex classes in this because we must have to, because the reason is Apex classes are the only way to get connected in between LWC and Salesforce database. So in the from the Salesforce database, Apex classes patches the data, all the data, and all that data will be passed to the LWC component using the var services wire decorator in LWC. So things are like that. And also I'll cover these three topics also. This will get you more practice how to create the LWC component, because we are going to create two components. One is parent, one second is child. From the parent, whenever we click on the parent component, any record, that information will be passed to the child. And second is how to pass the data from parent to child. Same, how will you loop through the elements of array in HTML. So basically why I'm writing these three points over there, because sometimes it's a general question whenever we face any interview. So they usually ask how to create LWC component, and you need to show the list of records, and on that record you have to, whenever you click, you have to show the details. So I was actually finding on the web on YouTube, but I couldn't get many examples and clear examples of it. So I thought I need to create it. Okay, so let's get started. So I have created all the code. I have written all the code of that component over here, and now I will be going to create the LWC component and put all these relevant code over there in the file, and we'll see. I'll show you. So let's get started. First of all, we need to create a lightning component. The name is account list. Okay, the default folder. Let's close all these classes which are not useful now. Okay, account list we have created. So this is the code. The JS code is this. I will also explain you the code as well. Account list extends lightning. Okay, in the meta it's true. Target lightning app page. Okay, let's mention all of them. Record page. Okay, let's save them, and let's save all. Okay, let's deploy this. Okay, component is successfully deployed. So let's create its child component, account details. Okay, let's take this child component. The name is account detail, lightning web services, account details. Exactly. Let's copy the HTML code. Let's paste it over here, save it, and let's copy the JS code as well. Meta. Okay. Okay, so we do not have to give the targets to this LWC component because this will be added in this component as a child. So we do not have to give the targets for this component. Let's save this, deploy it to source to org. Okay, so see, both components are deployed successfully. So let's get back to the org. So I have created one lightning page over there. So on that page I'll be going to include both of these components. Edit page. Says we know that we have custom account list. Okay, and it is save. Think it's saved. Let's get back, and you see, let's refresh the page once again. You see, okay, you see, whenever we are clicking on the get details, that detail will be passed to this child component. Let's get back to the code. So what we have done over there, we have a class, practice class here. So in that class I have created two functions. First is giving the list of accounts, and I have set it the list of account as a 5 because I do not need more records to be displayed, and this is just an example. And the second function is when we are passing the ID from the child component, this is getting the details of that account using that record ID, account ID. Yes. So how we are doing this? So we have in the parent component we have imported this get accounts method like this, and we have created these three variables. In the connected callbacks I have called this account, then promise block, and I have passed all the records to the accounts, and this account is actually having the array. So this, using this line of code for each loop, you will be able to iterate through the each element in the HTML and put the values like that. So what template we have taken, initially we have a template tag, inside that lightning, inside that table, then tr td, same tr and td. And on this line number 23 we are adding the child component, account details. So how to add the child component, let me just tell you. Let's say we have name, account details. So in this case, I think this is called as a kebab case. So whenever the letter is started from capital, we have to put the hyphen in between. So in this case we have to give the name as account details, and this record id, what is this record id? This record id belongs to this component, this one. And how we are getting this record id? We have a button, get details. On that click, we are getting the index and id. We are getting the id from the account using this index and passing the that id to the record id, and this record id is passed to here. And how this record id is written over there? Let's get to the child component. This is the record id. This, using the api decorator, we will be able to send the data from parent to child, because api decorator is one of the decorator which is reactive. Whenever the changes happen on this side, that change will be reflected to the child side also. So what I was telling you, so the same thing, we have to write this record id in the kebab case here. In that case, record id, the I was capital, so we have added a kebab case over there, and it is just written like that. And this is the record id, as I told you, this is declared in the parent component, this one. Okay, let's get to the child component. So we have created one track property also. Why we created the track property? Because we do not make wanted to make this particular property as a public. And this track decorator, what it does, it makes the property as a private to use in the internal its component only. And it is also a reactive. Why we are calling this reactive, I'll tell you. Because we have used one wire uh, services also here, using this wire decorator. And we have also used one method of Salesforce in the child component also. Let me show you this one, get account details. So we are passing the record id. So as I said, the record id is changed to the parent component. This will reflect it to the record id, and this wire method will be executed over there from here. And after that, I am using this method. This is the JS method, error data. If the data is successful, I'm printing the data, and all the data which is coming from this function using that account id, which is passed to the account detail. And this account detail is passed to this for each loop. This is the HTML part, guys. So based on that HTML, these fields, we are showing the information. Okay, so let's get back to the, I hope you understand all those things. Let's refresh it once again. So I'm just gonna tell you once again, whenever I am clicking on this get details, this is passing the record id in its inside its handle click event, and that record id is passed to that variable which is we have created just to pass to the child component. And that child component is invoked, and using the record id, all the data will be fetched from the Salesforce using the Apex class, which I have shown you, and it will be shown over there. Let me just click. So let me